They said I was just extra baggage, dead weight, holding them back. But since when does baggage pay for the house? You won't believe how far some people will go just to erase someone they think doesn't matter anymore. I thought it was love. I thought it was family. Turns out it was a countdown. Locked accounts, secret papers, conversations they never meant me to hear. But guess what? When someone tries to throw you away, you learn exactly what they've been hiding. Thank you for being here. Have you ever felt like you were just taking up space? Or wondered what happens when the people you trusted stop seeing you at all? Drop a word in the comments. Anything. Where in the world are you right now? What hour finds you here? And if quiet stories with sharp edges speak to you, stay close and subscribe. There's more coming. This is my story. She's just extra baggage. Once she's gone, we can finally remodel the house. Her voice, crystal clear, coming straight from the living room speaker. Alexa, bless her clueless AI heart. I stood in the kitchen, holding a mug I didn't remember making. Coffee spilled over my knuckles. Hot. Didn't feel it. Baggage. Just extra baggage. Funny how a word can hit you harder than a punch. I didn't breathe. For a second, I wasn't even sure I was alive. Once she's gone? Oh, honey, gone where? Silence. Then his voice. My son. Lowered. Hesitant. Yeah, it's time. She's not useful anymore. Useful. Useful. I raised this boy. Nursed him. Paid for his braces. Watched him fail algebra twice. Cleaned vomit off his prom tux. She's got her pension. Maybe assisted living. Whatever. She'll manage. That was my son. The world shrank. The kitchen tile under my feet became an ocean. No shore. Just floating. Drifting. Click. The Alexa fell silent. I grabbed the edge of the counter. Nails dug into the wood. Grounding myself. Baggage. Extra baggage. I checked my phone. No service. Weird. I walked to the living room. No signal. No Wi-Fi. The router unplugged. Huh. My voice sounded hollow, like it belonged to someone else. I plugged it back in. Watched the blinking lights come back to life. Ding. A flood of missed notifications. One stood out. A text from Verizon. You've been removed from the family phone plan. Contact the account holder for details. Account holder. My son. I sat down. Slowly. The couch felt different now. Like it wasn't mine. Like I was trespassing. Just extra baggage. I whispered it, letting it roll off my tongue, testing how it tasted. Bitter, but familiar. It wasn't the first time someone tried to write me out of my own life, but it might be the last time they do it quietly. The next morning felt off, like the house itself was holding its breath. I walked past the living room. The TV was on. Nobody watching. Some reality show. Cheap drama. Women screaming about betrayal, divorce, money. You want to cut me off? Then cut me off. Someone on screen shrieked. I almost laughed. Almost. Funny. This isn't just entertainment in this house. This is the blueprint. A ping. FaceTime ringing. I paused in the hallway. Peeked. It was her. My daughter-in-law. Talking to someone. Back turned to me. Her voice. Sugar-coated acid. Yeah, we've already filed the papers. She just doesn't know yet. Papers? Filed what? My breath caught in my throat. No, it's not risky. She's old. Half the time she doesn't know what's happening. It's fine. Power of attorney? Yep, done. Once that's through, the remodel starts. Kitchen first. Kitchen first. I grip the door frame. Steady. Breathe. Kitchen. Remodel. With whose money, sweetheart? My hands shook, but not from fear anymore. No, this was clarity. Cold, razor-sharp clarity. We'll list the car, too. She doesn't drive anymore. She won't fight it. Oh, honey, you should have paid attention. I fought cancer. Twice. I fought for this family through mortgage defaults, broken bones, lost jobs, custody battles, and funerals. But sure, let's pretend I won't fight you. I opened the filing cabinet in the office. The bottom drawer, empty. No. The property deed, gone. My banking folders, gone. Phone. Where's my phone? I scrambled to the kitchen counter, checked. No service. Still. Router, working. Wi-Fi, on. But cell, dead. Ding. An email. From Lowe and Grant Legal Services. Subject line, draft, transfer of property and durable power of attorney. I opened it. Attached, please find the preliminary draft. Once signed, full control of the estate and financial accounts will transfer as outlined. Estate. Accounts. They didn't even have the decency to hide it. No. They were that sure. Sure that I wouldn't notice. Sure that I wouldn't understand the words. Sure that I was just old. Useful until you're not. His words from last night slammed into me again. I stood there, frozen. And then, a sound. Grandma? I turned. It was Ethan, my grandson. 17, hoodie, skateboard. Face like he just accidentally broke a window. Grandma, I think you should, he scratched the back of his neck. You should check the Ring camera history. The Ring? The doorbell? Trust me. For the first time in hours, maybe days, I smiled. Oh, honey. You have no idea what you just did. The Ring app opened slower than usual, or maybe my fingers were just shaking. Password, Face ID. There it was. Event, front door, recorded. 4:12 p.m. yesterday. I hit play. Her voice, sweet as cyanide. Yeah, once we move her out, the pool goes here. My daughter-in-law stood on the front lawn, pointing, smiling, showing someone, probably her sister, where my future absence would benefit her Pinterest board. Her room? Oh, that becomes my office. Finally. God, she's been here forever. Another video. Same day. Son joins. Slouches next to her. Scratches his chin. Looks tired. We should have done this sooner. She's declining anyway. Doesn't even get how online banking works anymore. You kidding? She snorts. She doesn't even know how Wi-Fi works. They laugh. Wi-Fi? I set that up. I pay for it. The audacity. Swipe. Another event. 2 days ago. A delivery guy drops off a thick envelope. She rushes out, signs, hugs the package like it's Christmas morning. Oh, finally! The power of attorney docs are here. I pause. Close my eyes. Breathe. There's a weight pressing on my chest. Not panic, not even grief. It's realization. This is not a misunderstanding. This is a coup. I look around the house. Everything feels staged now. The framed family photos, the welcome home doormat, the stupid ceramic rooster on the kitchen island, all props in a sitcom where I'm no longer part of the cast. But here's the thing they forgot. I may not be on the cast, but I own the studio. Laptop, old iPad. Check the cloud. Check the drives. Ding. Accidentally, or fatefully, I stumble into my son's Google Drive, still linked to my account from the time I helped him file taxes 5 years ago. A folder named Documents. Click. Scans of forms. One titled Durable Power of Attorney Draft. Another, Transfer of Title Agreement. And the third, Memory Care Evaluation Request. I click it open. Patient exhibits signs of memory decline, confusion, and inability to manage daily tasks. Patient. Me. Confusion. Let me be clear. I may forget where I put my glasses. I may call the cat by the wrong name. I may sometimes think Tuesday is Wednesday. But confused? No, darling, never. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Another file. Bank authorization transfer. Pending. My checking, my savings, my retirement. All lined up, ready for the taking. A noise behind me. I spin around. Ethan again. Hoodie, backpack, nervous glance. Did you see it? I stare at him. Long, hard, measuring. How long have you known? He shuffles. Looks down. A while. I didn't know what to do. I heard stuff on their phones. When they were talking, thought you should know. They said you wouldn't understand, that you're old, that you wouldn't fight back. I stand, straighten my spine, look him dead in the eye. Sweetheart, they made the same mistake everyone does. They thought I was stupid, and that was their first and last mistake. I didn't sleep that night, not because of fear, not grief, no, because my brain, apparently still operational, was on fire. By dawn, I had a plan, not perfect, not complete, but enough to start the game. First step, inventory, files, documents, proof. Open the filing cabinet, top drawer, recipes, Christmas cards, bottom drawer, empty. Again. I stood there, staring. Then it hit me. The metal lockbox in the attic, the one labeled Taxes 1994-2008. They never looked there. Of course they didn't. They don't even know where the attic ladder is. Pulled it down. Climbed up. Dust. Cobwebs. There it was. The box. Heavy. Cold. Real. Inside, folders. Envelopes, a stack of old checkbooks, and then, bingo. Original property deed. Original power of attorney. The one that's now invalid because it was revoked 5 years ago. They forgot that part. Copies of the loan agreements. All in my name. Because I paid the mortgage. Not them. But there was more. An envelope. Yellowed. Handwriting. My late husband's. For emergency only. Inside, a USB stick. Plugged it into my laptop. A folder popped up. Trust fund documents. Wait, a trust? I opened the PDF. Turns out, before he passed, my husband set up a living trust. Quietly. With me as sole beneficiary. The house? Protected. The savings? Protected. They didn't know, because he never told them. Smart man, I whispered. But there was a problem. Half the bank statements were gone. Vanished. Which meant one thing. They didn't just plan to take everything. They already started. I opened the online banking app. Error. Account access denied. What the... I called customer service. I'm sorry, ma'am. You're no longer an authorized user on this account. Excuse me? This is my account. It was recently updated by the primary account holder. Primary. Who? Mr. James Carter. My son. My jaw clenched. Fingers tightened on the phone. Open a fraud claim. Now. I'll transfer you. Damn right you will. While on hold, I checked my mail. A letter. Unopened. From Midwest Financial and Legal Group. I tore it open. Final notice. Title transfer pending. Please confirm the transfer of the property located at 1428 Maple Lane to Mr. and Mrs. Carter. Pending. Not finalized. Yet. Not today. Not ever. A beep. Back to the bank rep. Ma'am, we're flagging the account for fraud investigation. Funds are temporarily frozen pending verification. Good. Send me a full account history. Absolutely, it may take 24 to 48 hours. Faster. Or I'll be speaking to your compliance department next. Pause. Yes, ma'am. I hung up and smiled. Game on. Footsteps behind me. Ethan. Again. Grandma. They're talking. On the driveway. You should hear this. He held up his phone. Live recording. My son's voice. If she finds out before the paperwork's done, we're screwed. Just a couple more days. My daughter-in-law. Don't worry, she won't. She's clueless. She's always been. Always been. Clueless. I stared at Ethan. Sweetheart, go get me my purse. Why? We're going lawyer shopping. The lawyer's office smelled like lemon cleaner and quiet judgment. A brass plaque by the door. Margaret Holt, elder law, family trusts, probate, fraud. Perfect. She glanced at the stack of folders in my arms, raised one brow. Walk in, huh? Depends. You busy? For this much paper? Never. An hour later, she pushed back from her desk, hands steepled, face unreadable. Ma'am, this is not a case. This is war. I grinned. For the first time in days. Good. I'm tired of being collateral damage. Margaret started listing. Fraudulent power of attorney. Illegal. Attempted title transfer. Invalid without consent. Unauthorized removal from bank accounts. Federal offense. False claims of mental incompetence. Elder abuse. Felony. We have enough to freeze them out before they know what hit them. Her eyes narrowed. Anything else? Emails? Texts? Audio? Oh, honey, I've got Ring. Pulled out my phone, opened the Ring app. Event, driveway. 2 days ago. Tapped play. Once she's out, the guest suite's mine. I'm turning it into a Pilates studio. Her voice. Yeah, and that junk in the garage? Dumpster. She's had decades. Time to move on. My son. The lawyer blinked. Slowly. Wow. They really said the quiet part out loud. Next clip. Did you send the memory evaluation paperwork yet? Her. Faxed it this morning. Soon as that clears, we start listing stuff. House, car, jewelry. Margaret's hand hovered over her keyboard. Do they know Ring Records audio? Guess not. Do you want me to send this to them directly or wait until they get served? I smiled. Let's be classy. Let it be a surprise. She typed. Fast, efficient, immediate cease and desist letters. Drafted. Emergency injunction or filed. Fraud claims. Submitted. Property hold. Initiated. A pause. Margaret looked at me. Ma'am, you just pressed the nuclear button. Good, let it burn. Back home. Notifications exploded on my phone. Missed calls, texts, emails. Mom, call me now. Why are the bank accounts frozen? What did you do? We need to talk. This is a misunderstanding. Sweet music. I turned off my ringer. Ethan wandered into the kitchen, hoodie half off, nervous. They're freaking out. Mom's yelling, Dad's pacing. They think you hired the mob or something. Tell them close enough. I scrolled Ring again. One more clip. Event. Front door. 7:14 p.m. Last night. Played it. My daughter-in-law pacing on the porch. Phone pressed to her ear. Look, just get it done. I don't care how. I want her out. She's old. She's stubborn. She's... Dead weight. Dead weight. A pause in the video. Then her voice again. Low. Sharp. Venomous. If she dies before the paperwork clears, does that complicate things? I sat, very still. Silence. Then whispered, Oh, honey, you just buried yourself. I hit download, saved it, uploaded copies to 5 clouds, sent backups to Margaret, to Ethan, and to an external drive labeled, just in case. They wanted a war. They just got one. By Thursday morning, I knew what durable power of attorney, constructive fraud, conversion of assets, and civil theft meant. And let me tell you, once you understand the words, you understand the weapons. Margaret slid another folder across the desk. This is the fun one. Filing. Elder financial exploitation. Count 1. Count 2. Attempted fraudulent conveyance. Count 3. Abuse of a vulnerable adult. Vulnerable adult, huh? I snorted. Well, sure. If vulnerable now means pissed off and heavily armed, legally speaking. Margaret didn't laugh. It's going to get uglier, fast. Perfect. My phone buzzed. New email from my bank's fraud department. Account audit complete. Unauthorized transactions identified. Funds held. Flagged activity, large withdrawal, $14,200. Transfer request to Bahamas offshore account. Pending. I stared at the screen. Bahamas. These clowns really thought they were in a Netflix crime doc. Clicked attachment. The offshore account? Opened under my name. Without my signature. How? Check the application. Forged. Sloppy, but effective. Until now. I scrolled. Looked closer. Applicant email? jcarterfinance@gmail.com. My son. Contact number? My daughter-in-law's. You know that feeling? When anger runs so hot it circles back to calm? Yeah, that. They tried to launder my retirement money. To the Bahamas. Margaret didn't blink. Classic textbook. Lucky for you, Fraud across state lines? That's federal. Lucky for them, the feds move slower than I do. So, what's next? She tapped the folder. We file emergency motions today. Lock everything down. Assets, titles, transfers. Next, we report to APS, Adult Protective Services, and the DA's Elder Abuse Task Force. I blinked. The DA? Oh yeah, this left civil territory 3 days ago. This is criminal now. My phone buzzed. Ethan texting. Grandma? Dad's trying to get into your safe. Safe. The wall safe behind the linen closet. They never even knew it existed. Until now. Let me guess. He can't get it open. Yeah, he's screaming. Mom's Googling how to drill a safe. I grinned. Tell them good luck. Because inside that safe, a flash drive. Copies of everything. Ring videos, emails, documents, bank records. Bank. And a handwritten letter from my husband that starts with, if you're reading this, something's gone very wrong. I checked ring. New event. Driveway. 10:37 a.m. Played it. My son pacing. Hands flailing. We need to move faster. If she finds a lawyer, it's over. Her voice. Tight. Panicked. We didn't think she'd catch on this fast. I told you not to wait. Now the bank's asking questions, and the title company froze the transfer. What do we do? Do? Oh, sweethearts, nothing. Nothing at all. You're already cooked. I forwarded the clip to Margaret. Her reply, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. She looked at me. You ready for the next step? Born ready. We hit them with a formal discovery request, make them hand over everything. Texts, emails, bank statements. And when they try to hide it, we show the court what the Ring camera saw. I laughed. Remind me to send Alexa a thank you card. The letter came by certified mail, stamped, sealed, smelling like desperation. Notice of scheduled cognitive assessment. Excuse me? I scanned it. Twice. 3 times. This evaluation is necessary to determine the capacity for independent decision-making. Filed by James Carter and Madison Carter. With supporting documentation. I flipped the page. Subject displays confusion, memory gaps, irrational decision-making, and an inability to manage personal affairs. Subject. Me. I stared at it. Long. Didn't blink. Then I laughed. Longer. Louder. Oh, honey, this is not just fraud. This is performance art. I called Margaret. Guess what? I've been diagnosed by 2 people with Google degrees and a shared Netflix account. She didn't miss a beat. Perfect. Let's go. Court-appointed psychologist. Friday, 9 a.m. I walked in wearing the brightest red blazer I owned, lipstick to match, pearls, heels, hair done, war paint. Sitting in the waiting room? My son, arms crossed, legs jittering, daughter-in-law. Phone glued to her face, fake whispering, "She won't pass. Just answer what they ask. Don't over-explain." I stepped in. "Oh, you're her?" The psychologist blinked. "The one allegedly confused, irrational, and declining? Yes, that's me." Test started. Memory recall. Puzzles. Math. Vocabulary. Pattern recognition. Nailed it. Word associations. Fraud, family. Simple math. 2 grifters minus access to my accounts equals 0 inheritance. At the end, he leaned back. "You understand why you're here? Because my son and his wife thought being old means being stupid." He rubbed his temples. "There's nothing wrong with your cognition. Honestly, you're sharper than most people I've tested this month." "Thank you, doctor. Should I have that in writing, or will a tattoo suffice?" Out in the lobby, my son stood. "So, how'd it go?" I smiled. Wide. "Oh, darling, they said I'm sharper than ever." Turned, walked, didn't look back. Phone buzzed. Ethan. "Grandma, you are trending on the family group chat. Dad is losing it." Back home. I checked my email. From the court. Emergency protective order. Approved. Filed by Margaret. Immediate suspension of power of attorney. Property transfer blocked. Bank account holds in place. Pending full fraud investigation. I exhaled, slow. Then my eyes caught another notification. Attempted login to your Social Security account. Blocked. Attempted by... guess who? I clicked ring. Event driveway. 11:24 a.m. played it. We should have done this last year. My daughter-in-law. I thought she'd be gone by now. My son. What if she changes the will? Then we're screwed. You're not if screwed. You're already there. Friday. 8:56 a.m. I sat in the waiting room, legs crossed, back straight, cup of coffee in one hand, file folder in the other. The folder, containing every piece of evidence showing exactly how mentally incompetent I wasn't. The door opened. My daughter-in-law walked in. Tight dress, too much perfume, smirk halfway falling off her face when she saw me. Didn't expect you this early. Sweetheart, I've been up since 5. Some of us don't sleep well when their family commits felony fraud. She blinked. I didn't mean it that way. Oh, I'm sure you didn't. The psychologist entered, clipboard in hand. Mrs. Carter, come in. Gladly. I stood. Heel click, purse swing, showtime. Test number 1, orientation. Nailed it. Test number 2, short-term memory. Apple Pen House 7, Nebraska. 5 minutes later, Apple Pen House 7, Nebraska. Test number 3, problem solving. If your son and his wife attempt to defraud you out of your home, but you retain legal counsel faster than they file paperwork, what happens? The psychologist stared. That's not technically. I smiled. They lose. That's what happens. Test number 4, pattern recognition. Passed. Easily. Test 5, verbal fluency. List as many animals as you can in 60 seconds. Rat, snake, leech, vulture, parasite, hyena, cockroach. Oh, were you expecting literal animals? He coughed, looked down, scribbled something. Halfway through, the door cracked open. My son peeked in. How's it going? The psychologist glanced at him. You can wait outside. We just wanted to know. I turned. Don't worry, darling. I'm remembering everything. Quite clearly. An hour passed. The psychologist leaned back, took off his glasses. Mrs. Carter, let me be absolutely clear. Pause. Pen clicks. There is no evidence, none whatsoever, or of cognitive decline. You are mentally competent, fully capable. In fact, he flipped the paper toward me. You scored well above average for your age group. I smiled, slowly. Say it louder, just in case someone's recording. Walked out of the office, straight past my son and his wife. They stood, frozen, pale. Well, her voice cracked. Oh, they said I'm brilliant. That's not possible. Apparently neither is forging power of attorney, but look where we are. Ethan texted. OMG, Grandma. They're losing their minds. Dad says you rigged the test. Mom's crying in the kitchen. I replied. Tell them to hydrate. Lots of crying ahead. Phone buzzed again. Email from the county clerk's office. Your emergency restraining order against James Carter and Madison Carter has been granted. Includes no contact order, no access to property, no access to financial accounts. Violations were automatic police involvement. I sat back, exhaled. Checkmate, and it's only Friday. Ring notification, event, front door, 12:02 p.m., played it. My son, slamming his fist on the porch railing. She ruined us! She ruined everything! My daughter-in-law, screaming into her phone. It's not fair! How did she do this? I sipped my tea, with Wi-Fi that I apparently don't know how to use. Saturday morning. Ethan sat across the table, nervously spinning a spoon in his cereal. So, Grandma, what's next? I sipped my coffee. Next, we go digging. The attic. Dust. Darkness. It's always the attic, where memories live. and secrets rot. I pulled the ladder down, climbed. Back corner, under the tarp, the old safe. Combination? Easy. My anniversary date. Click. The door swung open, stacks of folders, ledger books, an envelope labeled Final Backup. Open only if everything goes to hell. Seems appropriate. Opened it. Trust agreement. Filed. Notarized. Active. Turns out, my late husband was smarter than all of us. A secondary trust. Hidden. Quiet. 100% ownership of the house. 100% of liquid assets. Irrevocable. Filed in my name. My fingers trembled. Not with fear, not anger, relief. There was more. An external hard drive. Plugged it in. Backup of everything, emails, texts, photos, scans of every receipt, document, legal paper, dating back 15 years. My husband was meticulous, scrolled deeper. Family assets, hidden accounts. Clicked. A spreadsheet opened. Multiple accounts. One in the Bahamas, checked. 2 domestic, not yet touched. Their plan wasn't just to steal the house. They were planning to bleed me dry. Slowly. But then, one more file, labeled Voicemail Backup. Opened it. First message. My son's voice. Dad, just checking if you updated the title. Remember, if anything happens, we don't want it stuck in probate. Dated. 3 months before my husband passed. Second message. Hey, I found this guy who can help us fix the paperwork. Just, in case. My daughter-in-law. I froze. In case. They've been plotting since before he was even gone. Silence. The rage wasn't hot. It was cold, heavy, like iron. Ethan. He looked up. Yeah? Do you want to see what betrayal looks like? In Excel? I turned the screen, watched his face shift. Shock, disgust, sadness. They're monsters. Yes, but stupid monsters. And that's their fatal flaw. Phone buzzed. Margaret. Got your email, reviewed everything. This is gold. Are you sitting down? I'm standing. Why? Because I just found something else. A second mortgage. Filed 6 months ago. Against your house. Without your signature. I nearly dropped the phone. What? It's fraud. Absolute, undeniable fraud. We're expanding the case. Civil, criminal, federal. Silence. I stared at the ceiling, then laughed. You know what? Good. Let it pile up. Margaret's voice turned razor sharp. And there's more. They listed the house for sale. Yesterday. It's active. Zillow, Redfin, MLS. I blinked. What? Didn't even bother to check if the fake title transfer cleared yet. They're that dumb. Pull it. Pull the listing. Now. Already did. Filed cease and desist. Also notified the listing agent, who was horrified, by the way. I stood there, hands flat on the kitchen counter, breathing, steady. All right. They wanted a fight. Let's give them the whole damn war. Downloaded everything. Tripled the backups. Sent copies to Margaret, my personal cloud. Ethan, a USB labeled, in case I die, open immediately. Because let's be clear, this isn't just defense anymore. It's offense. By Sunday morning, the house felt still. Not peaceful, not quiet, loaded, like the air before a tornado. The Ring camera caught them leaving at 7:14 a.m. My son, my daughter-in-law, fuming, speeding off in their leased SUV, probably to lawyer shop before I could torch their paper castle. Too late, darlings. First stop, my desk. Pulled out the external drive. Labeled, primary backup. Plugged it in. Checked. Every document, every email thread, every voicemail, every fraudulent form. Second drive, duplicate. Cloud backup, checked. Margaret's secure server, uploaded. Physical USB, one in the safe, one in Ethan's backpack. Ethan plopped into the kitchen chair, watching me like I was cracking into the Pentagon. Grandma, is this normal? Like, do people do this? Only if they've lived long enough to know people are worse than you think. He blinked. Noted. I pulled out a notepad, started listing. Assets they tried to steal. The house, my bank accounts, my retirement, my jewelry, my car, and, surprise, life insurance. Scrolled through another file. Beneficiary change request. Denied. Denied because the signatures didn't match. Did they try? Oh yes, life insurance. $500,000. They tried to switch the beneficiary. From me to themselves. In the event of accidental death. Accidental. Accidental. My hands clenched. Cold. Steel. This wasn't just greed anymore. This was malice. Email from Margaret popped up. Subject. Update, you'll love this. Opened it. Pulled title company logs. Your son submitted the forged transfer documents 3 times. Once by email, once by fax, once in person. In-person video, attached. I hit play. There he was, standing at the title office counter, smiling, sweating. Yeah, my mom's old, can't come in herself, just sign here, here, and here. The clerk blinked. Sir, this doesn't match the signature on file. Oh, she shakes now. Poor thing. This isn't her signature, and we require in-person verification for transfer of deed. Well, she's not... Well, it's complicated. Video cuts off, but the damage is done. Attempted fraud, document forgery, verbal misrepresentation, 3 felonies, caught on tape. Margaret sent another file. Filed criminal complaint, forgery, fraud, elder financial abuse, theft by deception, attempted grand larceny. My eyes scanned the page. Filed with County District Attorney, Adult Protective Services, State Attorney General's Office. Then came the cherry on top. Email from the IRS. Suspicious activity detected on SSN. Unreported offshore assets flagged. Offshore. Bahamas. Oh. Forwarded it straight to Margaret. Her reply was instant. This just went federal. Phone dinged again. Incoming call, James Carter. Decline. Incoming call, Madison Carter. Decline. Text. James. Mom, stop. We need to talk. Madison. This is harassment. We can sue you for this. I nearly dropped my phone laughing. Sue me for catching them trying to rob me blind. Cute. Checked ring. Event, front door. 10:41 a.m. Hit play. My son. Banging on the door. Mom, enough. Open the door. This isn't funny. My daughter-in-law. Screaming into her phone. They froze the accounts. We can't pay the mortgage. I told you this would happen. Shut up, Madison. I sat, watched, sipped my tea. Alexa, play Another One Bites the Dust. Monday, 8:02 a.m. Margaret called. No hello, no small talk. It's filed. Temporary restraining order. Verified elder financial exploitation. Fraud. Forgery. Theft. Attempted grand larceny. Accounts frozen. Title transfers blocked. Emergency injunction granted. Congratulations, you've officially sued your son and daughter-in-law. About damn time. Ping. Email. Subject. Filed petition for return of stolen assets. Attached, a 42-page document. Asset recovery claims. Request for restitution. Court fees. Damages, both financial and emotional. I scrolled, line by line. Total claim, $1,248,500. Punitive damages, open-ended, phone buzzed. Again, Ethan, text. Dad's losing it, screaming about bank accounts. Mom's crying, they're freaking out. Checked ring. Event driveway. 8:14 a.m. Played it. My son, pacing, hands in his hair. Everything's frozen. How is everything frozen? Madison kicking the trash bin. She wasn't supposed to figure it out. This isn't how this was supposed to go. Supposed to go. I turned back to the screen, scrolled the injunction. Section 3A. All pending property transfers are void. Any further attempts constitute criminal contempt. Section 4B. Full asset audit authorized, including offshore holdings. Oh, they're going to love that part. Margaret called again. Hey, just a heads up. APS opened their own investigation. County sheriff is assigned. Sheriff? Yeah. Elder financial abuse? Not just civil, criminal. Felony in the state. 3 counts already stacked. More coming. Checked my email. Notification from the county recorder. Attempted title transfer rejected. Legal hold in place pending investigation. Attached? The scanned, rejected document. Forged signature. Sloppy. Laughably bad. Phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Hello, Mrs. Carter. This is Detective Ruiz with the County Sheriff's Department. Detective, what a pleasant surprise. We've received a fraud report from your attorney. I'm reviewing the documents. This is extensive. Oh, Detective, you haven't seen the half of it yet. Ping. Text from Ethan. Dad just asked me if I can hack the bank. I said, bro, I barely passed algebra. I laughed so hard I nearly dropped my coffee. Sweetheart, remind me to buy you a car when this is over. Another ping. Email from IRS Fraud Division. Inquiry opened on unreported offshore accounts linked to your SSN. Please verify the following activity. Oh, beautiful. Phone buzzed. Unknown number again. Mrs. Carter, this is Linda from First Community Title. I just wanted to inform you that James and Madison Carter attempted to list and sell your property again. This morning. I blinked. What? Don't worry, we blocked it. We flagged their names across the entire state. Any further attempt triggers automatic fraud alerts. Perfect. Keep it locked. Checked ring. Again. Event. Front porch. 9:22 a.m. Played it. Madison. Screaming into her phone. I swear to God, if she doesn't drop this, I'm gonna lose my mind. My son. Kicking the front tire of the SUV. She's ruining us. Everything's frozen. She's got the lawyers, the courts, the banks. Why didn't you stop her? Why didn't you stop her? I thought she was senile. Clearly, she's not. I sat back, sipped my tea. Oh, this is better than cable. Ping. Email from Margaret. DA's office reviewing for criminal charges. Probable cause looks solid. Detective Ruiz just called me. They're moving fast. Fast indeed. By noon, another email. Sheriff's office. Search warrant issued. For their house, for forged documents, electronic devices used in fraud, financial records. I exhaled, slow, deep. Let the raid begin. 2:17 p.m. A sheriff cruiser pulled into their driveway. Second one right behind it. Blue lights flashing. Not blaring, no sirens, not yet, but loud enough. Loud enough for the neighborhood to notice. Ring notification. Event. Front yard. 2:18 p.m. Played it. My son. Standing in the driveway. Pale. Frozen. Madison. Wearing what she probably thought was her innocent yoga mom outfit. No, this is a mistake. We didn't... Deputy. Ma'am, step back. We have a warrant. You don't understand. Oh, we understand perfectly. A third cruiser pulled up. Neighbors peeked through blinds. Popcorn time. I sat back, tea in hand, watching it unfold. Alexa, play Smooth Criminal. Phone buzzed. Margaret. It's happening. Ruiz called. Devices seized. Documents seized. Full forensic search underway. Another ping. Email. Notice of power of attorney revocation. Processed. All previously filed power of attorney documents are null, void, and invalid under Section 5E601, Uniform Power of Attorney Act. Stamped. Signed. Official. I leaned forward. Clicked. Download. Printed 2 copies. Put 1 copy in a bright red envelope. Walked to the garage. Taped it right on the side of their precious SUV, driver's side window. So the first thing they'd see after the sheriffs left? Power of attorney, revoked. In 28-point font. Ethan followed, recording everything on his phone. Grandma, you are savage. No, sweetheart, I'm accurate. Back inside. Phone buzzed again. Email from the county recorder. Title transfer canceled. Attached. A scanned copy of the rejection letter sent to my son and Madison. The highlighted line? Attempted fraud detected. All future transactions involving the property at 1428 Maple Lane by these parties are permanently flagged. Margaret called. Guess what? Surprise me. DA's office approved formal charges. Pause. Forgery, fraud, elder financial abuse, conspiracy, attempted grand theft, 5 felonies each. Arrest warrants are being processed. Silence on the line. I smiled. You know, they always said I was dramatic. Ring chimed again. Event front yard. 3:07 p.m. played it. Deputy Ruiz. Reading rights. James Carter, you are under arrest for forgery, elder financial exploitation, attempted grand theft, and fraud. You have the right to remain silent. James stammering. No. This is a mistake. She's lying. She's manipulating everything. Ruiz, cool as a glacier. Sir, we literally have your voice on the Ring doorbell multiple times. Madison, crying, screeching. I didn't do anything. I just signed what he told me. Deputy number 2. Then you'll both have plenty of time to discuss it. In holding. I sat, sipped. Alexa, play The Sound of Silence. Checkmate. Phone buzzed again. Ethan texting. Grandma, can I just say, you are my hero. Forever. I smiled. Thanks, kid. Just remember this. Family is who protects you, not who robs you. Final email of the day. From the probate court. Will update confirmed. My new will. Processed. Legal. House. To Ethan. Assets. Into a trust. Condition. If Ethan ever treats me the way his parents did, the trust dissolves. Instantly. Clause 14b. Betrayal nullifies inheritance. The last thing I did that day? Walked to the bathroom, took off my wedding ring, rolled it in my palm, held it. We were a good team, weren't we? Whispered to the empty air. Then, dropped it into the ocean. Let it sink. Tuesday morning. The house? Silent. For the first time in weeks. Silent. No yelling, no pacing, no frantic whispering about paperwork, money, signatures, offshore accounts, just peace. I sat at the dining table, pen in hand, paper in front of me, a clean sheet, last will and testament, revision the MER 7. At the top, one sentence, bold, underlined. Family is not defined by blood. Family is defined by choice. I stared at it, let it sink, because it's true. I raised a son, fed him, protected him, supported him through every mistake, and look where that got me. But Ethan? A kid born into chaos. A kid who had every reason to ignore me, to stay quiet, and he didn't. Grandma, why are you doing this? His voice. I glanced up. He was standing there, hands in pockets, hoodie, same nervous fidget, but with a new edge, stronger, wiser. Because you showed me who you are. I slid the paper across the table. His eyes widened. Wait, this is everything. Yes, the house, the accounts, the trust, the future. But why me? I mean, I didn't do it for this. I held up a hand. Stop. You did it. Because it was right. That's what family does. The terms were simple, crystal clear. Ethan inherits everything, with one condition. Betray me, or anyone like me, and the trust self-destructs. Instantly. No appeals, no loopholes. Margaret drafted it herself, an ironclad clause, called it the betrayal nullification clause. It wasn't cute, it wasn't subtle, it was law. Phone buzzed, email from DA's office. Formal arraignment scheduled. Multiple felony charges. Bail set at $500,000 each. They won't be posting that. Another ping. Email from the listing agent. Removed property listing permanently. Flagged both parties for fraud. Industry-wide notice shared. Another. Account audit complete. All funds attempted to be transferred to offshore. Recalled. Unauthorized withdrawals. Refunded. Legal holds. Lifted. Balance. Restored. Phone call. Margaret. You free? Always. Judge signed off. Final restraining orders permanent. They're legally barred from contacting you, stepping on the property, accessing anything tied to your name. Forever. Forever. Sounds good. Then she paused. You know, I've been doing elder law for 27 years, and I've never seen anyone flip the board like this. I smiled. Good. Maybe it's time someone did. Ethan sat there, quiet, processing. Grandma. What? What do we do now? I leaned back. Now? Now. We celebrate. We baked a cake. Not some Hallmark feel-good cake. A cake with, "You picked the wrong grandma," piped in red icing. Then we ordered pizza, watched bad movies, laughed. Harder than we had in months, maybe years. Halfway through the second movie, Ethan paused, looked over. Grandma, you know, I think you saved me too. I blinked. Oh? Yeah. Watching what they did, I was getting scared, thinking, is this who I'll become? Silence. But now, I know I won't. I reached over, grabbed his hand. No, sweetheart, you won't. You broke the cycle. That's all anyone can do. The next morning, I went to the county clerk's office, filed one final form, name change request. I dropped my married name, took back my maiden name, because sometimes closure means more than revenge. It means rewriting the ending. Wednesday, 7:42 a.m. The sun rose, and with it, consequences. I opened my inbox. Subject, The New York Times, feature request. Clicked. We came across your case via public court records. Our editor believes this is an important story highlighting elder financial abuse, resilience, and justice. Would you be open to an interview? I sipped my coffee. Oh, absolutely. By noon, the headline was live. How one grandma outsmarted a family fraud scheme and took them down, with a doorbell camera. The article exploded. Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, viral, instantly. Local news called, then national. By 2:00 p.m., it was trending on TikTok. Grandma revenge. Doorbell justice. Not just baggage. I checked comments. Icon legend. Teach me, Queen. This is why I call my grandma every day. The betrayal nullification clause needs to be standard in all wills. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Ethan walked in, wide-eyed. Grandma, BuzzFeed wants an interview and, Netflix sent an email. I blinked. Netflix? Yeah, they said potential documentary or limited series. Laughed. Oh, honey. They thought I was dumb. Now they're going to be on season 1. Then the second wave hit. Madison's job? Gone. Her company's ethics policy doesn't exactly support employees indicted for felony fraud. We regret to inform you, not as much as I regret meeting you, Madison. My son, fired. Turns out, banks don't keep employees who commit financial crimes, even against family. Their mugshots, public, posted, shared, memed. When you try to rob your mom, and she robs your freedom, baggage? Nah, she's carry on and you're getting checked. By 5 p.m., GoFundMe pages popped up. Help James and Madison recover from false accusations. 0 donations. Comments. LOL. Cry harder. Try a job. Should have read the will before you wrote her off. Checked ring. Event. Front yard. 6:14 p.m. Played it. My son, standing there, looking at the house, at the for sale sign I just put up. She's really doing it. Madison. How did this happen? She was supposed to be senile. Oh, honey, the biggest mistake you made was thinking I was dumb. I opened the front door, stepped outside, looked him dead in the eyes. Guess what? You were wrong. Turned, walked back in, slammed the door. Alexa lit up. Would you like me to lock the front door? Hell yes. Friday, 8 a.m. The for sale sign swayed gently in the breeze. The house, empty, quiet, mine. Completely, utterly mine. I stood in the driveway, looked at it. This wasn't just a house. This was a battlefield, and I won. Ping, email, subject, offer received, 1428 Maple Lane. Opened it. All cash, 30% above market. Buyer loves the story, wants to own a piece of internet history. I laughed, out loud. Sure, why not? Signed, sealed, sold. An hour later, movers arrived. Everything boxed, not because I was being forced out, because I chose to leave. Ethan helped haul boxes. Grandma? You're really doing it? I grinned. Oh yeah, I'm hitting the road. Pointed to the driveway. A brand new RV sat there. Class A, fully loaded, solar panels, queen bed, espresso machine, and Wi-Fi, obviously. Wait, you're serious? Dead serious. A life on wheels. Freedom. No roots, no anchors, no parasites pretending to be family. Last thing into the RV, a framed photo, me, Ethan, middle fingers up. Caption, baggage? Nah, I'm the pilot. Phone buzzed. Final email. From the DA's office. Trial date set. State versus James and Madison Carter. Felony counts. Elder financial exploitation, 2 counts. Forgery, 3 counts. Wire fraud, 2 counts. Attempted grand larceny, 1 count. Conspiracy to commit fraud, 1 count. Penalty, 25 years, each. I forwarded it to Ethan. Frame this. Christmas came early. Then blocked their numbers. Forever. Stood there for a moment. Looked at the house one last time. No sadness, no regret. Thanks for the memories, even the terrible ones. Turned. Alexa, lock the house. A beep. Front door locked. Started the engine. The RV purred to life. GPS. Set to anywhere but here. Pulled out of the driveway. Middle finger up through the window. Bye, losers. The open road ahead. The past in the rear view. Voiceover. Mine. They thought I was just extra baggage. Dead weight. Disposable. But here's the thing. Sometimes, baggage is the only thing holding the whole damn plane together. Fade to black. Text on screen. Dedicated to every baggage out there who decided to fly the plane instead. Roll credits. Starring one pissed off grandma. Special guest, a Ring doorbell. Villains, too dumb to succeed, too greedy to quit. End of story, but not the end of me. If you're still here and this story spoke to you, consider subscribing to the channel so you won't miss the next one.